Bricks and Minifigs is your one-stop shop for all things LEGO. Hit the link below to find a store near you.
Hi everyone, this is Mike, welcome back to Beyond the Brick. I has a box, courtesy of LEGO. This one here contains 36 Marvel Series 2 characters. That would be 3 complete series in the box, we have 12 to collect, and of course there is no field guide. The foil packs, as we know, are gone. Now it's either weighing or rattling them, which, let's be honest, will never actually work. I'm not a fan of this change at all, but this is what we have to live with now. The box distribution is pretty much completely random. You can see on the table how I got mine box kind of sorted. There are some clusters of characters, but nothing really of a pattern, so don't take it as any of a sort of a guide with how the full box is distributed. There's just no way to tell. It's pretty random. And of course, mind you, each minifigure comes with the positioning piece just like in the Marvel Series 1 and the DC figs in the past. First we have Agatha Harkness with the fantastic print for her entire gown. There are 2 face expressions on her, a little bit of a sinister one and a winking one, that's one I like the most. And the head is complemented with a fantastic hair mold. A single slot cape is of the softer material, which I prefer, and the accessories include 2 purple power blasts, the Darkhold with a printed cover, and inside a prophecy of the Scarlet Witch. She is for sure quite a peculiar character to be included in the series. Next we have the Moon Knight, one of my favorite characters of Marvel as of late and by far my favorite minifigure in this series. He is incredibly detailed with dual molded legs, printing all around on the sides as well, including the arms. That pattern of his outfit is just fantastic. Definitely one of the better prints I've seen on a minifigure as of late. There are some golden details here and there which just add to the character. A nice double slot soft cape and a great new piece for his hood with a really nice curved accented sides. Face expressions, or should I say face types, are fantastic on this one too. The first one is the classic Moon Knight with his face covered, and the second one reveals a bit of a troubled Mark Spector. The accessories include the crescent blade and a single 1x1 tile printed with the Scarab of Ammit. The cool part is that you get 2 crescent blades and 2 scarabs in the set, and often the Moon Knight is seen using 2 crescent blades to fight. Of course, Moon Knight cannot be complete without his alternate identity, Mr. Knight or Stephen Grant. That is for sure one of the more basic minifigures in the series, but I do like his simplicity, and his suit along with the face mask are well printed and representing the character quite nicely. The back is rather simple, and I believe that they might have used a little better shade for the eyes, since his eyes actually glow on the screen. 2 silver bars included with the minifigure represent the Eskrima sticks that he fights with, and this is the first time these pieces actually appear in silver. He comes with an interesting accessory in the form of the fish tank housing his and Mark's pet fish, Gus. And if you look very closely, there is a nice Easter egg detail to be spotted. The goldfish is actually missing a fin, plus the printed seaweed actually represents a Lego piece of the same type. Next up is one of the more basic minifigs in this series, and one that I'm the least familiar with. Actually, if you look at this character, I might think he comes from like a just regular Halloween costume minifig series or something. This is the Werewolf by Night, and apparently in Marvel he only appears on screen in black and white, so they had to kind of color him for the purpose of this minifigure. The print is very detailed. We have also dual molded legs, side prints, arm prints, everything you can possibly think of, a special headwear to represent his werewolfy hair, and the only accessory included is the bloodstone. You actually get also a second one in the pack. 2 face expressions on this guy, an angry one and a little bit of a quirky smile one, and I think this one might be the most odd choice as a character to be included in this series. Here is SheHulk, and I know absolutely nothing about her. I haven't watched the series. I think it was the only Disney Plus series I haven't watched like at all. So for me as a layman, I still like this minifigure. I think the detail is great. Again, printing very detailed on every possible side of the minifigure, including the arms and the toe prints. The lime green color seems to match her well, since I've only seen her in some teasers and trailers. I do like the green hair mold. The accessories include a cell phone with Wong calling, I know this guy, and the 2x3 tile represents the case file for Emil Blonsky or Abomination. That's as far as I know. There is even a mugshot. I guess she's an attorney. Well, the series was called Attorney at Law, She-Hulk, right? So you let me know in the comment section how well she represents the character on screen. Should I watch the series? Is it any good? I didn't hear any good things about it, honestly. However, I did watch Hawkeye, and I really like this representation of the character. We had a few iterations of Hawkeye in a LEGO minifigure form, but this one might be my favorite so far. Clint's looking pretty accurate with 2 face expressions. His hair mold also represents his on-screen hair quite well. The outfit printing is rather simple, but I do like the purple arms, quite nicely matching the chevron on his chest. The left hand is black, representing a black glove accurately to the series, but there is no printing on the legs whatsoever. He was wearing quite simple pants throughout the series, so I don't mind that too much. The accessories include a black quiver, a completely new mold for a bow, a more modern one. I really like that piece, I hope LEGO uses that in the future more often. And we also get a baby owl which shows up in the climax of the series. I would say just wait for this little guy to appear in some sort of a Harry Potter set in the near future, I bet on that. And Clint is accompanied by Kate Bishop from the series as well. I actually like that minifigure more than him, she's awesome. A very colorful uniform with nice print on a purple torso, dark pink hands, and also printed legs, just better compared to the Hawkeye. The bow she comes with is in the brown color this time, so same new modern type of mold. She also gets two face expressions, one with a bit of a sinister smile, and the other one seems like a battle face with a bunch of scars on her cheeks and her forehead. The minifig is finished with a great hair mold representing her hairstyle from the end of the series, and a pizza box hit the spot print. Suits pretty well and is accurate to the series as well. Kate would not be complete without Lucky, the pizza dog. The mold itself is not new, however the guy is absolutely adorable. Also the face expression is accurate, showing the poor guy only having one eye. Next up, another quite quirky addition to the series. This is Goliath from Marvel's What If. Of course he's wearing the Ant-Man-esque suit, but the color scheme being modified to that of a silver, black and blue accents. The print itself is fantastic. Toe printing, side printing, arm printing, you name it, everything is here, both back and front. Really a detailed minifigure. We know him as an animated character, so this representation in a minifigure form is a bit of a creative liberty, I bet. The characters' faces are trying to match a bit of a younger version of Lawrence Fishburne, who plays Bill Foster, formerly Goliath in Ant-Man and the Wasp, and the accessory is an actual Ant-Man nano figure. And this one, mind you, has a unique print, and you also get a second one in the box. Next up, another less known character. This is Echo. She was firstly introduced in Hawkeye, and there's a series dedicated to her coming up later this year. The most noticeable detail is the custom prosthetic right leg with a really nice print all over, and the print doesn't get worse throughout the minifigure with excellent printing, especially on the arms. The arms also are dual molded, which adds to the quality of the minifigure, and there's a lovely hair element with an incredible print on her braid. That's right, the braid is printed. The skin tone is unique as well, in the form of a warm tan, and I'm not sure how to identify her accessory. That might be some sort of like a short club weapon of sorts that she's gonna be using in the series. We're gonna have to find out, but this is basically a single lipstick piece with two open 1x1 studs on top of it. Moving down the list to more recognizable characters, we have X-Men 97 Beast, for the first time depicted in minifigure form. And he might be my second favorite of the series after the Moon Knight. Brilliant face expressions with the angry Beast on one side and more of a nerdy, geeky scientist type with glasses Beast on the other. The printing is not super detailed, it just represents his fur and a simple X-Men outfit from the 97 series. We also have a special head mold just representing his head shape a little bit better, his hair shape, mind you. And the accessories include an X-Men themed yellow mug, I love that one, and a small 4-piece build for the microscope. The interesting part about the microscope is it has a brand new, never seen before 1x1 modified plate with an angled bar attached to it. Interesting piece to be used in the future. I think the only bad thing about this minifigure is the lack of printing on the arms whatsoever. Continuing with X-Men, we have the Storm, only second time in minifigure form. This rendition is coming from one of the earlier depictions of Storm in the comics. The most unique part about this minifigure is the completely new shape or form of a cape connecting on the neck and also attaching to the arms, which I think, given the unique outfit of the Storm character, is a really nice piece to have. She also gets a shoulder armor, a quite simple torso print depicting her early version, the brand new piece for the white mohawk that captures the comic look so well, and also we get two of the lightning bolts in yellow representing Storm's powers. This next guy needs no introduction, we have the X-Men 97 Wolverine. Some might say we could have used this slot to introduce a lesser known character of the X-Men, since Wolverine is not that rare of a minifigure, but still I do like that they went for this version even so. Really love his costume depiction with added print for the arms that just add to that look of the character. He comes of course with the iconic claws, and the most striking element is the mask. It's a great piece to have here, but this is not a new one. Wolverine has two-face expressions and a second hair mold to complement the first one, his normal face, whereas the mask is supposed to be used on the second one with widened out eyes. Plus, last but not the least, his accessory is kind of another character in the series. This is the head of the Sentinel. The form factor of a 2x2x2 dome to portray the head of the Sentinel is not new, however the new magenta color and the printing are new to this character. And there you have it, those are all the Marvel Series 2 collectible minifigs from LEGO. What do you think about this series? Is it better than the first one, which was quite unique and striking for its time because it introduced the positioning pieces for the first time and we actually had finally collectible Marvel characters to play with? But those were in the bag, so you could actually find what you were looking for. This time around, you can't. What do you think about this change? I don't like it personally, I think it's not very good of a change. I mean, it's not new, we got this in Mario characters for the first time. I mean, those were not really minifigures, but still, the boxes were there, right? So in this case, I still think fans should have the right to kind of at least be able to guess somehow what they're buying. So again, I'm not a big fan of this change. And in terms of the selection of the minifigures, I like a lot some of the choices, like the Moon Knight in the X-Men series, some less, like the Werewolf. It is a very peculiar character to have for some reason, but still overall the quality remains stable and I like a lot of the accessories included in this one. Some of the prints are fantastic, some not so much, but still the series is a kind of like a nice one to have, and I'm glad that LEGO keeps doing those, so we could only be asking for more, but maybe please come back to foil packs somehow, I don't know. Is it possible at this point? As always, the comment section is open below. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video from me. It was Mike here at Beyond the Brick. Hit the like, subscribe and leave a comment if you wanna see more of these from me in the future. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.